It is so pleasing to look at, this movie. They need more love and respect. First time I saw it, it made me go,
Action!
Hey everybody, welcome to Allie Loves Movies, because I do, and today we're talking about my top 10 favorite Ghibli movies! Yes, I say Ghibli. I grew up calling it Ghibli, and I can't get used to calling it Ghibli, so excuse me. Just to clarify, before everyone comes at me in the comments, this isn't top 10, I think, best made, best written, like quality-wise. None of that. This is just my personal preference. My favorites. So how I made this list? Well, I already had like 7 favorites, so that was easy. Putting those first 7 in order was a challenge. I don't know how people do it. I knew what my top favorite was, number 1 slot, and that was it. So how I decided what order to put the following 6 was I pictured they were all laying in front of me and someone said, "Hey Allie, you can watch any Ghibli movie you want. Go ahead, pick one." So I pictured which one I would grab for first and wanted to watch, and then each time one went away, what's the next one I'd want to watch? So the exact order could change, roughly. 3 months from now could be a different order, but this is basically right. I feel confident in the 10 I chose. Yeah, pretty confident. One last disclaimer, I do have unpopular opinions, so I know there's a couple, at least, that have really big followings that aren't in this list, and I'm sorry, but they're not in my top favorites, so yeah. So coming in at number 10 is the only Ghibli movie I saw as a new release in the movie theater, and that is Ponyo! Ponyo, 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 fishy in the sea, tiny little fishy, who could you really be? Yes. I'm kind of assuming if you're watching this video, you're already a Ghibli fan and you know all these movies. So just a quick synopsis. It's Little Mermaid, but make it preschool age, and the fate of all existence is kind of at stake too, not just Ariel or Ponyo. Yeah. It's cute. I love how colorful the movie is, and oh my gosh, I always wanted to eat that ramen. Definitely a comfort watch. It follows the trend of kid independence. I watch it sometimes and I'm like, man, that mother leaves her 5-year-old alone in a tsunami? I don't really like that. There was elderly at stake. Anyway, it's a charming watch, really cute. It's number 10. Okay, so this one, first time I watched it, I thought it was really stupid and I didn't like it. And it kind of is. Like, I would be so embarrassed to show this movie to a non-anime person. However, I rewatched it again and I realized this movie is comedy gold. Coming in at number 9 is The Cat Returns. I love the Baron, of course. Oh my god, Howl and the Baron are my fellas. So basically this is in my top 10 just for the humor. That's it. It makes me laugh now. You can bring your fat friend. I can't remember all the funny lines. I need to rewatch it again. Right, synopsis. So a girl saves a cat's life, so they reward her by letting her marry the prince of the cat kingdom? It's kind of crazy, yeah. And by marrying said prince, she's gonna turn into a cat and live in their cat kingdom forever, and she doesn't want to do that, so that's when she seeks the Baron cat for help. He's like the Sherlock Holmes of the cat world, kinda. He's great. So yeah. Okay, now we're getting to movies I really, really love, and these next few I feel are left out a lot, and they need more love and respect. Let's help them out. At number 8 we have Only Yesterday! So I've only just seen it for the first time not too long ago because it wasn't initially released in the US. Shame. The story goes back and forth between her present day 27-year-old self and her childhood when I think she was 10 years old. Yeah. The art in this movie, I love how the present is more detailed than the past because they're like her memories. It's so great. This is one not a lot of people have heard of, so if you haven't seen it before, you should watch it. It's really great. It's a charming, nostalgia feeling movie. It is kind of long with very little plot, but that's kind of what real life is. So that's what makes it work. And I love the ending. I won't spoil it though. That whole montage thing at the end, it touches my soul. Next, number 7, When Marnie Was There. This also needs more love. I'm currently reading the book for When Marnie Was There, and I'm only halfway through, but so far I was pleasantly surprised how close the book is to the movie, or the movie is to the book, because I also read Howl's Moving Castle, and that was quite different. So, I guess I'll avoid spoilers since more people need to show it some love. Some people may never have even seen it, and you should see it. Our main character has no friends, like me, so I also personally related to that, but despite that, it's a beautiful friendship story. She goes to the countryside for health reasons, kind of like the boy in Arrietty. Still not making friends until she meets Marnie, who was there. And she is basically like her first friend. It's kind of hard for me to explain why I love it so much without giving away the spoilers, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. Now this one, I think this movie is my favorite for art. The animation is my favorite in this movie, pretty sure. The scene where she first meets Marnie, the not camera because it's animated, but you know, it slowly pans up to her face and her long blowing blonde hair, and you see the beautiful night sky behind her. I'm just like, oh, this movie is just gorgeous. The ending makes me cry, and it is a very deep, beautiful story. For me, it's deeper than the other Ghibli films, and that's what makes it so beautiful. Number 6, Whisper of the Heart. I am a sucker for a good love story, and this is a great one. And I like how it's not just the love story, but also it's a great, like, inspiring coming of age, figuring out what you want, ambition story, as well as a sweet relationship. It was so cute. I always quote it and go, stupid jerk, stupid jerk, stupid jerk. I love that part. The whole him checking out the library books was so cute. I'm talking about these movies as if you've already seen them, and I'm sorry. It's about a girl who loves books. That's like her whole life. She doesn't know what she wants in life, but she knows she loves reading fantasy books. And she meets a boy who at first she thinks is a stupid jerk. But after getting to know him, he actually inspires her because he knows what he wants out of life. He makes violins and he wants that to be his future. He wants to study that, and it inspires her to know that she wants to be a writer and write her own fantasy books. And it's beautiful. Underrated for sure. As well as the next one, similar vibes. Number 5, From Up on Poppy Hill. Another one from my romantic side. Our main character raises flags every day. Not many people know how to read flags, except for one boy at school, of course. So that turns into a complicated love story. First time I saw it, those of you who have watched it know, the thing that happens later made me go, So the main part of the story is they are trying to save their school's clubhouse that everyone else wants torn down. And the movie teaches you to learn your past, learn from your past, and respect it, and stay connected to it. Which is a very important lesson that isn't mentioned in movies very often. No other movie that I can think of. I'm obsessed with the 60s, and that's when this movie takes place. So just the whole feel, the whole vibe from the movie just makes me love it so much, all on its own. It was so cute. Number 4, Howl's Moving Castle. If I was at my parents' house, I have a plushie of Calcifer. I love Calcifer, and I love in the English dub he's voiced by Billy Crystal because I love Billy Crystal, but he's always great. I love Calcifer. How many of us like Howl? It's okay. Another beautiful love story. We have Sophie, who thinks she's not beautiful, has very low self-esteem, like a lot of us. And long story short, she gets a curse put on her to look like an old lady to kind of match her mindset. She finds Howls moving castle, makes a deal with the fire spirit to try to help break each other's curses. You know, you break my curse, I'll break your curse. To free the fire spirit as well as Howl, because they're a package deal. But of course you can't give the details of your curse, because that's not how it works. You have to figure out each other's curses all on your own. And it's a love story with Sophie and Howl. It's learning about self-love, learning your priorities. It's comedy, adventure, sci-fi, love, everything you could want. I will say, it's a movie that gets better each time you watch it. I think the first time I watched it, I didn't fully understand. I had some questions. Second and third time, I was like, okay, I got it, and now I fully appreciate it. But that's probably not everyone, it's probably just me being a dummy. But also the first time I watched it, I was quite young, so if that works in my favor. Number 3! This deserved to be in the top 5 because it's the only one that has won an Oscar. But to be fair, they haven't made a Best Animated Film of the Year category until like the middle of the Ghibli years, so like the earlier ones didn't have a chance. But I digress. Spirited Away is just a cinematic masterpiece. A girl who's kind of naive and immature. She's moving to a new town, she doesn't like it. Her and her parents get a little lost and end up in a spirit world, and her parents get turned into pigs and she gets trapped in the spirit world. And she has to work in order to stay there, basically. She's working to try to free her parents. She has Haku helping her. Kind of a puppy love thing going on there that's really cute. And she also wants to help free Haku as well. The scene where her parents get turned into pigs and she's panicking and running around the spirit world, that scene alone deserves an Oscar in itself. That scene was great. It's like one of my favorite parts. The animation and the song just makes it so beautiful. I especially loved the little drum noise when she's like looking around all panicked. Boom.
Mom, Dad! Where are you?
This movie is a lot of people's number 1, and rightfully so. The 2 above it are only above it because I like the story better, basically, and that's about it. But yes, definitely quality-wise, Spirited Away is perfection and deserves to be at the top or towards the top of all great lists. So coming in at number 2, this is actually the first Ghibli movie I've ever seen before, and it is what sold me in anime period, let alone Ghibli. Kikis Delivery Service. This is a movie I could just have on in the background because yes, the animation is beautiful, but the things in it just look so pretty or charming, or like the food looks delicious, the water, the town and the ocean look beautiful. I want to live there. It is gorgeous. It is so pleasing to look at, this movie. Marnie and Kiki are my favorites for animation, I think. So in Kiki's Delivery Service, Kiki is a witch, and when a witch turns 13, she has to train a year from home, find out what witch skill she's good at, and perfect them, train at them, find out what you want to do in life. I like that reoccurring theme in Ghibli movies about figuring out what you want, especially now that I'm a young adult and I'm figuring that out myself. I appreciate that theme in the movies. But our whole lives we're constantly learning about ourselves and who we are and what we like, so it's always relevant. So Kiki's dream was to live in a beach town. She found one, a gorgeous one. She makes friends. She finds out her only skill really is flying, which would probably have been me too. So she uses that to start a delivery service. Isn't that cool? She delivers mail and packages and food in quick time because she's a witch and she just flies. Yeah. But through that journey, she finds herself having low self-esteem. Won't get into details or this will be a longer video. And the climax, oh, again, no spoilers, but yes, that was a beautiful moment. Go Kiki, go Kiki, go Kiki. Yes. Hence why I'm wearing Kiki shirt, because I love Kiki so much. But it is one of my favorites. Oh, beautiful. The most charming to me to watch. Coming in at number 1, if you've seen my last video, or one of my last videos, then I'm gonna be repeating things I've already said. But my favorite Ghibli movie of all time is Castle in the Sky! Plot. Yes. We have an orphan named Sheeta who inherited her family's past stone necklace with a stone on it. And now everyone is chasing her wanting that necklace, and she has no idea that that necklace actually points to the direction of a floating castle in the sky with lots of treasure and technology. She meets another orphan named Patsu who is also interested in that. I want to find that castle in the sky too because my father actually saw it and died because everyone called him a liar for it. So they join forces against the bad guys, or guy. It turns into a race to Laputa, the castle in the sky, and it is amazing. The story is my favorite. It has everything. It has comedy, action, sci-fi, romance, adventure. Whatever I didn't say, it has it. I love all the characters, and oh my gosh, the pirates. I love the pirates so much. This movie has such a strong plot, charming characters. I love the fantasy element, but it's still kind of realistic, you know? It's very well balanced. The pirates are so funny. Really, I could go on and on, but I waited until too late in the night to make this video, so I'm really tired. Let me know if you guys have any of the same favorites in the comments below. What you think about any Ghibli movie at all. Even if I didn't mention it, I probably still love it. Because I just love Ghibli in general. Sorry, I'm really tired. But I wanted to make this video, haven't posted in a while. Sorry, pointing's rude. So take care all. Bye! I waved with two hands, it's kind of awkward. Bye!